fast or if you have questions, I'll be able to send you the recording. It will be available in the chat after the session. So you can just go back to the chat on this one and click on the recording. So without further ado, my name is Brittany Moulton. I'm your field marketing specialist up here in the Florida Panhandle. So I cover all the way from Pensacola, Florida to Panama City, Florida. So I think some of y'all, I don't recognize your name, so I'm assuming you're down south in Florida, where I like to visit for Disney World. So today we're going to be talking about exciting tips on our tools that you can use for social media advertising. I want to do a little bit of a backstory and then kind of slide into the tools. Are any of y'all, and you can just raise your hand, using just normal Facebook to market yourself through either boosting or running paid ads through Facebook? Nobody?
I tried couple times, but I need little bit more knowledge.
Okay, wonderful. So just a little backstory. Back in the day, social media was a little bit simpler, especially with running paid ads on Facebook. They used to let us target by behavior, income, special needs. But right now, since we are in that special ad category, because we're with the fair housing laws, because we are real estate, we can no longer target by those behaviors. So you can only target using Facebook using a zip code, which makes it a little hard, right? How do we know if the people we're putting our ad in front of are the people that you actually want to put your ad in front of? So that's why Coldwell Banker has partnered with 2 companies that will help you run your social media ads that are a little bit more tailored. So what that means is they have a special relationship with Facebook where they've created custom audiences. So people who are intending to buy homes. So these are people that are actively searching on Google for homes or looking on Zillow. They've been able to tap into that algorithm and really cater to the people that are actually searching homes. So you're not just running Facebook ads in a specific zip code and hoping that some of those people are looking to buy or sell in the next, year or so. These are actual people that are home intenders, home seekers. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 2 tools. One is Homespotter Boost and one is Social Ad Engine. We're going to start with Homespotter Boost, and I'm going to show you exactly how it looks, how the program runs, and how to set up an ad. If you've ever done a listing concierge package with us in the past, you have probably used Homespotter Boost. That is a part of every listing concierge package that we offer. So if you get a listing and you put a listing concierge package on, Homespotter Boost is included in it. So they run the ad for you on Facebook. Usually it's about your listing. So it would be centered around your listing that you have. And the gear of the whole campaign would be to get more interest and clicks, to get people to feel things out. So without further ado, I am going to start sharing my screen. My computer in the last couple of days, every time I share my screen, decides to get a little slow. So I am going to need to let you know, somebody to pop off and tell me, hey, I can see your screen, and then we will move forward. So give me 1 second to start sharing. And then if somebody will just tell me, I can see your screen.
Yeah, I can see it. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So if for ever any point that my computer freezes and it's not at the same level that I am, just stop me, somebody pop off mute and just say, hey, Brittany, your computer froze. So that way I know where we're at. Okay, so we're always going to start on desk. The 2 tools we're going to be talking about are Homespotter Boost and Social Ad Engine. So like I said, we're going to dive into Homespotter Boost first. So when we click on the Homespotter Boost tab, sorry, my dogs are having fun behind me. So apologies for the background noise. This is what it's going to look like. So it's going to come into your dashboard. If you've ever ran any Homespotter Boost ads, so most of you guys may not have even known you ran ads if you use Listing Concierge, they're going to be right down here where you can actually come in here and see the performance of your campaigns. Otherwise, it'll probably first ask you to connect your Facebook when you first click on this, if you haven't already. So once you do that, it's going to drop you in just like it looks like on mine. So basically what it's telling me on my dash view or dashboard right now It's saying that there's also agent promotion campaigns as well as listing campaigns. So I can just promote myself. So if I wanted to promote Brittany as the #1 realtor in Pensacola, Florida, I can go ahead and do that. And it says monthly subscriptions start at $99 a month. This is going to give your expected monthly ad views. So this is going to be your average expected performance. How they get those KPIs is when you connect your Facebook, it's your reach, how many people you have on your Facebook. That's how they kind of pull in your expected monthly ad views. And then over on the right-hand side here, it's going to tell you the other places that this ad's going to be viewed. So when you use Homespotter Boost, it's not only going to be seen on Facebook and Instagram, it's also going to be viewed on top sites such as, these are examples. So sometimes, actually a lot of times when I'm on the internet, your guys' ads follow me everywhere. So I'll be on like the Food Network, or I'll be looking something up on the Weather Channel, and I see one of my little agents in the right-hand side with their Homespotter Boost ad. So I know it works. I know that they're running them on these websites because I see them all the time. So if this is the one that you want to choose, how you would set it up is click this blue button and hit set up your campaign. It's going to take you to another screen, which mine is taking a minute to load. And it's going to give you an example of what the ad looks like. So since I do not have any listings, it's not asking me for a listing. If you had active listings in here, it would ask you, would you like to promote your listing on 12345 Main Street or 2225 Main Street, whatever your listing is, right? But since I don't have any listings, I am not an agent, so I don't have any listings. It's only asking me to brand myself. So this is showing you what the ad would look like on Facebook. Very simple, very clean. They've already done pretty much the majority of all the work. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to load any creative. It's ready to go. You can also click this web view to see what the web would look like. So a little bit more kind of clean, just pristine, looks good, right? Over here, I'm going to move y'all over here. Over here on the right-hand side, you can actually edit what the text and image is. So let me put you guys here and circle back to Facebook. So if I click add text and image and I hit this edit button, what I can do is I can update my photo. So if it has a outdated photo, maybe I just took a headshot, I can update the photo. You can also update your background. So there's many backgrounds that you can choose from that are customized. And whichever one you like, you would choose. The business page that it is running on. So right now it's running on our Florida East Coast, which obviously I'm up here in the Panhandle. That wouldn't be where I want it to. I would actually want to change that page and connect to my personal Facebook page. So to run this ad, you do have to have a Facebook business page. So if you do not have a business Facebook page, you can still run this ad. It's just going to run it on our normal Coldwell Banker Realty, whichever your demographic is. So if you are up here in the Panhandle, it would be Northwest Florida. If you're down there, I think there's a couple down in down south. But if you'd like to run on your Facebook, which I would recommend, you're just going to have to click this blue button to connect to your Facebook. Then it's going to ask you your name, very simple, your brokerage, and then here's your headline. So right now they put in there for me, do you have questions about real estate? I would love to help. Click real estate info and contact me with questions big or small. So this is where you could change the text. Maybe you want to say something else. Maybe you're running a special where for every listing that you get, I don't know, free home inspection. I don't know, whatever you decide that you're gonna do, that's where you'd put your wording right here. Your title right here. So this one says curious about real estate. As you can see, it shows up right here. Then you would have that button, that action button where it says learn more, and then contact me today. So it's all editable. So you can actually come in here and customize it if you wanted to change it, or you can leave it as is. So once you have your ad text and image the way you like it, this is where you're going to go and you're going to click that who will see your ad. So right now, my demographic is people centered around Miami. I can edit this. So let's just say maybe you have a lot of people who are coming in from New York. We're seeing a mass exodus from California and New York. Maybe you wanted to run this ad in California or New York so that they could come to Florida and buy a house with you. You can actually change this demographic from Miami to California to New York. Maybe it's not Miami, maybe it's Clearwater, right? Whatever the demographic is that you want, you can either put in a city, an address, a place of interest, or a zip code. So you can move around your little pin drop if you wanted to, or you can type in a different city, address, or place of interest. You can also add on a custom audience of contacts and website visitors. So what this means is you can upload a list of individuals that you have their emails, and you could potentially target them. So this is great if you're doing multi-level campaigning to your sphere. Maybe you're using InTouch to send them campaign drip campaigns like your newsletter, holiday campaigns, as well as sending them postcards. This is another layer where you can hit those same individuals on Facebook and on their computers. But remember, you have to have their email because Facebook asks for an email when they sign up. So it's got to be the same email that they signed up with Facebook. So sometimes that can get a little convoluted unless you know. But there is a possibility here that if you wanted to add this as one of your tools in your toolkit of hitting your sphere, you can actually update this and add a custom audience. Okay, once you have your ad right exactly where you want it, then you're going to add a landing page. So this URL directs consumers to your website or landing page to capture lead information. This is going to be your InTouch website. So you're going to want to either land them on your homepage, or maybe you land them on your Contact Me button on InTouch. And all you have to do is grab that URL and paste it right here, and it will start directing them exactly to your webpage. And the good thing about that with InTouch is if you have the app on your phone, you can actually see when people are browsing your website. So you can actually get a notification saying, you know, Brittany Moulton is on your website, browsing your website. So you can see that your Facebook advertisement is working because you're going to see more traffic to your website. Where will it be seen? We kind of already touched on this just a little bit, but Facebook, Instagram, HGTV, these are some examples of where it's going to be seen. And then the last thing, obviously, is going to be your build monthly and then your goal. So right now, my goal is 8,000 to 12,000 monthly ad views. So I just want to remind you, ad views are different from clicks. Ad views are going to be, that's the amount of ads that are going to be shown either in somebody's newsfeed on Facebook or online. So when they count ad views, they count that the person is on your ad for at least 1 second. That is an ad view, even if they don't click. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So right now they have a special offer going on, buy 2 months, get 1 month free. And it's $99 a month to run a branding campaign. The same steps are going to go if you have a listing. So if I had a listing 1234 Main Street, the exact same thing is going to pull up. You're going to get a preview. The only difference is it's going to have a home instead of my face, right? So it's going to have 1234 Main Street. You can still come in here and change the text. You can still change in there and change the location of the ad, as well as add a landing page. So very similar to what you would do here, you would do the same thing for a home. So does anyone have any questions about creating the ad before I move forward?
I have a question about landing page. I didn't understand what landing page means.
Yes, landing page is going to be where you're directing the traffic. When somebody clicks on your ad, where do you want them to go? And most of the time we recommend it's your InTouch website. So you want them to be on your website so that they can fill out information so you can capture that lead.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And they can, on that InTouch website, they can look for the houses also, right?
Yes, ma'am. They can sign up for listing alerts. You can sign them up on your website. They can also use your website, to your point, to look up anything in the MLS.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great questions. Okay, so now that we've learned how to create the ad, I want to show you what it's like once the ad has ran, what the metrics is that you can see. So let me close out of this. I have a all of our ads that are running right now. So let's go here. So once your ad has been running for a certain period of time, it's going to allow you to see the metrics, allow you to see how many engaged, clicks, ad views, and running. So when you go to that dashboard in the beginning at the bottom, it's going to tell you, hey, this is the ads that are running. Do you want to see them? And this is the screen you would come to. So we're just going to use this one as an example because it's got some metrics I can kind of show you. You can click on this if the ad's still running. It'll tell you when your ad will expire. So 2 days, 13 hours, 26 minutes. You can edit the campaign. What that means is that you can actually add more time if you want. You can also change where it's running. So let's just pretend Martha decided she wanted the last 2 days of her ad to be changed, right? So she doesn't want to run it in Clearwater. She wants to go up to, I don't know. I don't really know Florida that well. I'm from California. Let's just say she wanted to go over to Miami. She could change it to Miami. So what you can do here is you can change it for the last 2 days. But what I want to show you is the results. So here's the ad showing you Martha's ad. Looks really pretty, right? Up here at the top, next to overview is the engage tab. So it's showing you the engagement activity. Stephanie Coleman gave her email. She unlocked photos, right? Jennifer Harrington gave her email. She unlocked photos. So these are emails of customers that are looking, trying to get more information about this listing. So what you can do is you can actually export these leads into an Excel spreadsheet, and you can either contact them one-on-one directly via your CB email, or you could put them in your InTouch website and put them on a drip campaign. These ones, I would say I would do both. These are people that are obviously actively searching for a property similar to this one. They were interested enough that they actually gave their email. These would be people I would reach out to and say, hey, Jennifer, so happy that you liked my listing on, what is this? I don't know, in Clearwater, my 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Clearwater. Were you looking to buy a home, right? And so forth. And then I would also add them to my InTouch campaign because these people are obviously actively searching for a home. So really great insights here. It's also showing you that the ad views have already been 2,229, 114 clicks, and 100 engaged. Engaged are going to be like, comments, and shares. So that's a pretty good engagement, and that's a really great click-through rate for a campaign. So really great stats here. And obviously this one is a listing. So at the end of this ad, she can actually email her seller the results, which is wonderful, right? So you can actually go in there, grab all the results, show your seller, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, look at what I've done for you in my marketing. We've had, 10 people engage, 114 clicks, 2,029 people saw your ad on Facebook and on the web. And it's a really nice report, which is super awesome. You can also add your seller info here too. So if you know their email on Facebook, you can put their email in here so that they start seeing the ad in their Facebook feed. That way they know that you're doing what is necessary to market their home. So Homespotter Boost is a very simple couple steps to get an ad out there, either via branding yourself or branding a listing. So that is Homespotter Boost. Does anyone have any questions before I jump into Social Ad Engine? Let me check that chat. I'm gonna take a
Yes, I have a question. Is it only you pay $100 a month for just one listing?
Yes.
Okay. If you have 2 listings, it would be additional.
Correct. Yep. So
additional $100. Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
How about so you can promote yourself? It's $100, right? But then if you got listing, you want to start promoting listing too, it's additional $100. Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. But if you're using listing concierge on your listings, this is already included in your package.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So you wouldn't have to really use it on a listing because it would already be included in your listing concierge.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So that is Homespotter Boost. We're going to jump into Social Ad Engine. So let me close out of here. So Social Ad Engine looks like this on desk. I personally like Social Ad Engine just a little bit more for newer agents because there's a little bit more capabilities. I'm going to show you what I mean by capabilities. So once you click on that, it's going to drop you into here. Same thing's going to happen. It's going to ask you guys to go in there and connect your Facebook. So you're going to want to connect your business page. This one, you have to connect your business page too. You have to have a business Facebook page to run Social Ad Engine. Okay. So down here, the same thing, you can create a campaign for a listing, or you can create a campaign from a template. For the sake of this training, you already know it's pretty much the same thing as Homespotter Boost to create a campaign from a listing. I want to show you the capabilities it has to market you or some of our amazing things we have to offer like Revitalize. So I'm going to click Create Campaign from a Template. And it's going to drop you in to all the templates that it has. And as you can see, it's already loaded in all of our Caldwell Banker templates, right? So it's got stuff from BrandServe, and it's got some really great collateral in here. So you can see right here, this one is a promote campaign with a lead generation goal. This is a promote campaign with traffic, and this is a campaign for reach. So let me explain to you what each one means. Lead generation is exactly how it sounds. You're running this campaign to gain leads. So the whole purpose of this social media campaign is to generate more leads. A traffic campaign is to get traffic from one place to another. So to gain traffic either to your website or to your Facebook page. A reach campaign is just to reach individuals that maybe haven't liked or shared your business Facebook page. So it's to reach individuals that you potentially could not reach without running this campaign. So when you're in here and you're looking at each of these, you want to make sure that you're figuring out what is the goal of your campaign. Is your goal to get more leads? Then you want a lead generation campaign. Is your goal to drive traffic to your website? Then you want a traffic campaign. If your goal is just to reach more individuals for branding, then you're going to want a reach campaign. So as you can see, there's a ton of different ones, right? So here's that Revitalize one, and it's a lead generation. Here's an agent, this is a recruiting, so you guys probably wouldn't use that one. Here is a lead generation, making your dreams come true. There's a quotables for reach. So you can see there's a ton of different templates in here that you can go ahead and grab. So I'm actually going to choose a lead generation one because I believe that that's what most new agents want, are leads. So let's choose this expertise making your home dreams come true. So I'm just going to click this promote button. And it's going to drop me in similar to like where we were with Homespotter Boost, where it shows you what the ad looks like. And you can come over here and choose your goal. So here it is. What are you trying to achieve? I want to drive leads from Facebook and Instagram. Exactly what I just told you. I want to route the leads to myself, or you want to route your leads based on my distribution rules. You're always going to really choose, I want to route leads to myself. You want the leads, you're paying for the campaign. So here are your lead questions. So right here you have, are you looking for buying or selling a house? So when they click on this ad, these are the questions that they're going to ask. So the ones that are in grayed out are required. So they have to give their first name, their last name, their email, and their phone number. These ones are optional. So if you don't want to ask, are you looking to buy or sell a house? You can unclick this. If you are currently working with an agent, maybe you don't want to ask that question, you can unclick that one. How soon are you looking to buy or sell a house? You can unclick that one. And what do you love about your current home? So these ones are your questions that you can kind of take out. These are your required fields. Obviously, you want their first, last email and phone number because you want to contact them. So for the sake of the training, I am going to take out what do you love about your current home and how soon are you looking to buy, sell a house? Down below, it's editing the content. So again, if you look here on the right side, this is what the content looks like. With years of experience, I understand what it takes to buy and sell a home, right? So maybe you don't want the headline to be making your dreams come true. Maybe you want to put want to relocate, right? Maybe we're targeting again someone from New York or someone that's coming in. We know that we're getting a lot of out-of-town buyers. Maybe you want to change the headline to that. You can. This is all editable. It shows you how many words you can have up at the top. So this has 27 characters for your headline. Then you've got your body text. With years of experience, I understand what it takes to buy and sell a home. This one you have 224 characters, so there's a lot you can actually put in here. So maybe you want to put your name in there, or maybe you want to put your experience, right? Maybe you've sold real estate for 40 years, or maybe you just want something completely different. You can actually change that out. The link description is going to be where you are actually sending them to. So this one is already populated, Brittany Moulton Caldwell Banker. That's my website. So I would just have to come in here again and paste my URL. So I'd have to grab my link from In Touch and paste it here because that's where I want them to go, is on to my website. So same thing as Homespotter Boost, you're going to need your URL to your website because you want them to go there. Then up here on the right, here is where you can see your design and make sure everything looks really good. You can either save it, undo the changes, or reset to default. So if you've gone in here and changed it and you just decide, that doesn't look so hot, I like what it looked like before, go ahead and reset to default. So right here, this little red button, by the way, we do need to do this. I forgot to tell you about this. You've selected a lead ad, which requires Facebook terms of service to be accepted. Accept the terms of service. So you're just going to have to click there and accept the services before the ad will run. And it's just going to talk to you about fair housing because we're in that special ad category. So once you've done that, here are where you have the set media verifications. You have 3 verifications within this campaign. Verify your campaign media is correct before publishing. So what that means is there's going to be 3 images that are going to rotate when the ad is delivered on Facebook. So you want to come in here. You can either keep the ones that they have or you can change them. I apologize for my dog in the background. The trash truck is here today, so he's very excited about that.
That's okay. It's not too loud. Don't worry about it. Good. It's very, very quiet. Yeah.
All right. So right here, we're going to hit change so I can show you. If you pull this up, you can actually choose from what they have. So there's a couple that they've loaded, or you can actually upload your own ad. So as you can see, I've actually already gone into BrandServe and created some that I wanted to use instead of just these templated, generic ads. I wanted something with my face. I wanted something that had that I was there to help them virtually. And then I also, if you won an award recently with us, you can also use that to drive traffic. So I'm going to use this one right here for the second one, but you can always upload your own image. So you can create a ad on BrandServe, you can create an ad in Canva, you can create an ad. However you create ads, you can actually upload your own collateral here if you'd like, or to your point, you can select a media in their library that they have. You can also add a video. We have tons of video in BrandServe. So if you wanted to go into BrandServe, download a video, you could add that here. So as you can see, Social Ad Engine allows for a little bit more customization than Homespotter Boost does, which I think is a little bit more appealing, especially when you're trying to drive leads. It has that more personalized touch that you can go in here and add whatever you'd like. So I'm going to choose this one that I actually already uploaded from BrandServe, and I'm going to select the media. So once I do that, this is what it could look like, right? So obviously I have Connie's pictures cut off, so I would want to change that. But in BrandServe, there's tons of templates. Doesn't have to say here to serve your needs virtually. It can say call me today for all your real estate needs, have all your info, really pretty, ready to go. So you can change all 3 of these to something that you've customized in BrandServe, or you can choose from the library that they have in Social Ad Engine. So once you have your 3 that you've decided that you like, you're going to come down here to targeting. So they're going to recommend a targeting for you, and it's going to go by your geographic area. So basically it's pulling my geographic area and it's telling me that this is where I should be targeting. You don't need to stay there. You can either hit that custom targeting, or you can click a different CB office. But it's going to tell you if it's got a nice little map or a diagram here for specific and broad. So right now, if I stayed with their recommended targeting, I have a very broad potential reach of 404,000 people, which is pretty broad, right? So let's go ahead and click that custom targeting and let's edit it. So you can choose multiple locations here. So we can just start typing in Pensacola, Florida. I can choose Navarre, Florida. I can choose, I've got 0 people here. Why do I got 0 people here? Some of your locations overlap. Okay, so let me take out Navarre. So I'll do Pensacola. Let's do Miami. Miami. And then let's do Clear Water.
Can you do different states?
You can, yes, ma'am. So let me take off Clearwater in Miami and let's do Los Angeles, California. And let's do New York. So I want to run it in Pensacola, Los Angeles, New York, and let's keep my Miami.
Is there a limit on that?
So the limit is going to be, do you see how the graph keeps moving to more broad? There's a 20,000 potential reach, and that's very broad. You want more specific when you're running these campaigns. You kind of want your meter to go in the middle, just because you want to think about the fact that you don't want to stretch your advertising too thin. And if they don't see your ad multiple times, they're not going to react. So if I were you, I would run one for each state. So I would take out Florida and California and just do New York. And then I would run one for California, just best practices for, the best type of advertising is don't stretch your self too thin, because you want them to see you multiple times. It's all about brand recognition. And if you run it like this, they're only going to see you possibly once. And if they don't click on you the first time, then they're not going to see it again. So let's take out Los Angeles, New York, and let's just keep Pensacola, Florida, because let's just pretend that's where I want. You see how I'm getting smaller? So I'm getting closer to where I really want to be. This is actually a pretty good size, and it's having 15 miles. You can extend that. So maybe I want to extend it to 20 miles around Pensacola. It's going to take it out to 493,000. So I'm going to keep this. This looks pretty good to me. And I'm going to click Save and Continue. And then I'm going to come down to the budget, dates, and payment. So for this one, the campaigns start at $69 and can go up depending on how many days you want to run it and the reach. So if you think about the amount of reach that we have here, a healthy budget for this probably wouldn't be 69. It would probably be more around 100. If you were running multiple states or multiple counties, your healthy budget is going to be a little bit more because you want more ad traffic. So it's going to depend on what your goals are for this campaign. Once you've taken your budget to the way that you like it, it's going to ask you if you want to publish the ad now or if you want to publish it later. So you can actually schedule this out. So let's just pretend that this is part of your we just started a new month, but maybe this is your March budget, right? So you want to actually publish it in March. So you could set that up, or you could publish it a week later. And then it'll obviously ask for all your information, and then you'll check out. So that is Social Ad Engine. I do want to go back and I want to show you what a traffic campaign would look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over to templates. And I'm going to click this traffic campaign and I'm going to hit promote. Very similar, but it's saying what's the goal of your campaign to drive traffic to my web page. So the last one we just did was a lead generation where they had to fill out information. This one, they don't have to fill out that information. It's really just driving people to your website. So same thing, headline, go ahead and change that if you want to change it. Body text, link description, find out your home's value. Maybe you drop them into your InTouch website and you have a free CMA workshop, right? So maybe on your website you have a page, a subpage that says find out what your home is worth. You can drop them onto that page. And then the same thing here with creating your 3 different ads. You can either choose from their library or you can upload your own. So maybe you have some pictures of some local homes in your area that you want to add here instead of these generic ones. And then the same thing goes for targeting. We would click that custom targeting, change it to where we want, and then come down here. But you can see the budget is different. It starts at $40 for a traffic campaign. So that's why I kind of wanted to show you this. There's different pricing depending upon the campaigns that you want to run. Lead generation is always going to be the most expensive because there's potential leads behind it, right? Traffic, not so much. You're just driving people to your website. So let's go back up here and let me show you what's the one we haven't done? A reach campaign. So let me click the promote and show you what that looks like. Same thing, what are you trying to achieve? I want to drive awareness of my brand and services. So headline, learn more about rheology military rewards. Body text. This one, it doesn't look like you can change this one. Let's see. This one you can't. This is a very templated one, probably because it's a specific program, so you cannot change the wording on this one. Connect with me to learn more, and then your designation URL is going to be your web page. So you probably have one built out for your military rewards on your website. Same thing, you can go and change your photos, your targeting, and then this one starts at $40 as well. So depending on your campaign, the price is going to be different. Remember that your lead generation campaigns are always going to be a little bit more expensive, but you can also run a reach campaign as well as a traffic campaign. So once you're done with that, you also have a reporting tab here, just like you did in Homespotter Boost. So it's going to tell you your campaign results, very similar to what the Homespotter Boost did. Since I'm not an agent, I don't have the capabilities of showing you what the campaign results look like, but it is going to show you how many people saw your ad, how many clicks, any leads that you got, and your impressions. So those are the 2 tools that we use for social media advertising. And if we wanted to do a listing, we could do the same thing by clicking the listing tab up here. Let me just show you that because we do have some time. So I want to make sure that you guys know everything about these tools. Hopefully it will load. It might not load because I don't have any listings, but let's see if it does. But the same thing would be just like, yeah, so I don't have any templates. So if I had a listing, all I would have to do is either search the address or it would show up here. And you would do the exact same thing we just walked through the reach, lead, and traffic. It's going to ask you for what type of heading you want, the body, where you want people to be driven to, i.e. your In Touch website, where you want to target, what areas, as well as your budget. So you have the ability to either do in Social Ad Engine a branding campaign specific to one of the cool things we offer, like Revitalize, military rewards benefits, or branding yourself, as well as listings. Whereas Homespotter Boost, you can brand yourself, but it is very generic. You saw the creative wasn't as customizable as it is in Social Ad Engine. Many of our agents use a combo of both. Most agents use Homespotter Boost for their listings because it does already come in Listing Concierge. So they don't have to worry about adding that. And then they come in here and they use the lead generation ones or traffic for themselves. And they upload their own imagery from BrandServe, and they kind of run a double one for their listings and one for themselves. So you can always run Facebook advertisement on your own. We talked about that at the beginning of this session. We are in that special ad category. So I have been seeing, especially recently, I don't know if you guys have heard this with Facebook in their new name. They are actually putting a lot of restrictions on advertisement. A lot of companies are jumping ship from advertising on Facebook directly on Facebook because of all the stipulations and the targeting with Apple. I won't go into that, but just remember that sometimes when you go in there, it's a little frustrating. They might tell your ad isn't approved because we're in a special ad category, and it's kind of a headache. So the reason why you have these 2 tools at your disposal is so that it's easy. You don't have to worry about trying to get your ad approved through Facebook, getting it denied, getting in Facebook jail. It is a real thing. They can put you in jail for your advertising not following the rules and, guidelines of fair housing. And then you won't be able to advertise at all on Facebook. So let's not do that. But there is a way to do it. If you want to do it on Facebook, you can. But these are two tools, Social Ad Engine and Homespotter Boost, that can help you, get your name out there with different specific campaigns. So those are our two tools for social media advertisement. Again, my name is Brittany Moulton, and I'm your field marketing specialist. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to open it up for Q&A because I'm sure there's lots of questions about social media advertising. If you don't have any questions and you don't want to stick around, that is the end of our session. But if you do have questions, I'm here to chat. Does Listing Concierge do this for you as well? Great question. Yes, so Listing Concierge uses Homespotter Boost to run your ad, and it's already done for you. So you don't have to do anything. They set it all up for you. You just approve your ad on the Listing Concierge platform. That's a really good question.
Yeah, how long are they promoting from Listing Concierge?
It depends on the package. So with your bronze package, you have 10 days. With your platinum package, you have 10 days. And then I believe with your silver gold, it's 7 to 5. You can also opt out of your brochures in all of your packages in your silver, gold, and platinum and get more boost included, more social media boost.
There is a way to put listing or promote yourself on without all these programs.
There is, and that's directly through Facebook.
Yes.
You can run Facebook ads, but that's where you kind of run into with Facebook having fair housing laws and trying to promote yourself. A lot of agents are seeing their ads get denied. And then what happens is Facebook will shut you down from being able to advertise.
Okay.
So there's these two programs that are, kind of make it less.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for participating. All right. This was a great class. Thank you so much. No problem, Ashley. Thanks so much for joining.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Like I said, you guys can go ahead and pop off. If you don't have questions, I'll stick around until.
Oh, one more question. When if I need help with anything, do we contact you or we have our regional?
Yeah, you should have your. Let me see. What region are you in?
Palm Beach. Yes.
Palm Beach. Okay. So you have a field marketing specialist and a field marketing manager in your area. Have you met with them yet? Do you know who they are?
I met with Sol one time, but.
Yes, so Sol would be the person that you would contact.
She's the person. Okay.
Right, Sol and Vanessa, I believe, can help you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Vanessa, what's your last name? Any idea?
Vanessa's last name is, hold on, let me pull up my email real quick.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll find it with my office.
I can get it. Hold on 1 second.
I believe it's Romero.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
What?
Romero.
Romero. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Hey, Brittany, can you talk a minute about measuring your response? In other words, the effectiveness of your ad.
Right. So the effectiveness is going to be what you do with those leads, John, your follow-up. So that's going to be when they actually go onto your website, fill out information, or if you export those leads from Homespotter Boost, what you do with them. So it's really important that you are going in there and checking your KPIs and seeing if you have any leads. Sorry, they like to fight sometimes. So adding those into your InTouch and putting them on. So it can be as effective as you want it to be effective, or it can be as ineffective, right? So if you don't do anything and you don't follow up, they might see you, they might call you, but the key. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, somebody drowned you out.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying is the effectiveness is going to be your follow-up in the end, right? So what you're doing with those people once they hit your website, the action that you're doing to either contact them, i.e. call them, set them up on email campaigns, is going to really measure your success. The other measurable thing is going to be those reports where you can see, you know, how many people saw your ad, how many people clicked. In Facebook advertising, they usually tell you, you know, it's more branding than anything. You can get leads from Facebook, obviously, but branding and like recognition. So when somebody's ready to buy a home, they've seen John so much in their newsfeed, they have to call him. He's the expert.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good question.
Is there a better social media outlet to use, Instagram versus Facebook, you know, things like that?
It's preference, Beth. So Facebook right now, I would say you're going to capture all generations. There is a mass exodus of my generation and below off of Facebook just because it's political, and we have things like TikTok that interest us. But it depends on your demographic, right? So you probably wouldn't be targeting anyone below my age range because they're not going to be able to afford a home. My age range and up, we're going to be into our first to maybe second home. So you really have to think about your demographic. So you're going to have a lot of people tell me this, and I have, you know, a lot of high schoolers that say Facebook is for old people. So, which I disagree. I think everybody is on Facebook. Everyone has a Facebook. So depending upon your demographic, that's what social media I would say to focus on. So if you're looking to focus on people that have the money to buy a home, Facebook, I would say, is still relevant. If you're looking to just get likes and attention, then you're going to want to go on on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram, you're also going to find a lot of my generation. So you'll have those first-time home buyers that will need those programs for help, or maybe you have a lot of military on there. So it's really just going to depend on who you're targeting. But I always like to tell people, focus on something you're comfortable with, right? So like if you decide, oh, I want to use TikTok, but you've never done TikTok before, then you're probably not going to do it well. Find something that maybe you're already doing, like Facebook possibly, and then do that well, and then kind of branch off. Because when we get out of our comfort zone, we won't commit always. Hopefully that answered your question, Beth. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, I am going to leave. Once everybody exits out of this chat, some people forget that they have it up on their computer and it's just recording for hours and hours. The recording will be available. So if you all wouldn't mind, if you don't have any further questions, we'll all log off so we can get that recording so you guys can go back and listen to it. Thank you again for joining my class. I hope you all have a really blessed Tuesday, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything at all. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
You too.